Hi everybody, it's me Tracy again, and today I have a new guest. This is our horse Sonny. Say hello, Sonny. And Sonny is a registered Appaloosa horse, although you may not be able to tell because he doesn't have the traditional spots on his body, but his mother was a purebred leopard Appaloosa, so we got him registered based on that, and we raised him from a baby. And he's now 9 years old. So he's very furry today and muddy, because in Minnesota it's pretty muddy today because it's spring. And today I'm going to have the help of my daughter. We are going to talk more about communication with your horse, as well as just general riding techniques. So today, first, I'm going to talk a little bit about the communication. I think you remember the last time we got together, we talked about horses being herd animals. They, in the wild, are in herds, and they have to be able to communicate with the other members of their herd. And they'll usually have one horse that's in charge. And in our little trio, our horse Buster is our lead horse. And Sonny is probably next in the line of command. With you, as being the human, you will want to establish kind of what I think of as herd dominance. You want the other horses to understand that you, as the human, are in charge. You're kind of the alpha. With dogs and other animals, they consider it an alpha. So one of the ways that they communicate with us, who's in charge, is the horse will come close to the other horse, and the one that's in charge, the one that's not, will move away. And you notice Sonny moved away from me, so he understands that I'm in charge. So if Sonny were to move over into my space, first of all, it wouldn't be safe because he weighs about 1,000 to 1,100 pounds. I don't want him in my space stepping on my toes. So I communicate with him and tell him to move over. And Sonny's been our baby for a long time, so he understands even if I just give him a little poke, he moves away from me. He yields to my pressure. So that's what I want him to do. And he understands that's what I'm communicating to him. And another technique you want your horse to understand is if he were to walk into my space, and I made him do that, and he got into my space, I want to remind him, back up. So he backed up just with the touch of his lead rope. And if I push on his chest, that's another way I communicate with him and tell him to move away from me. And sometimes we like to snuggle, and I'll cuddle with him, and he knows that that is okay if I initiate that. But for the most part, he needs to give me his space, and he's really good about that. I'm going to talk a little bit more about communication, and I was just wondering if you thought he could talk to me. Sonny, can you talk? No, he probably doesn't. He can smile, though. I'll show you a nice little smile. Okay, smile for our friends. Say, hello. So he can kind of talk. That's our little trick. He likes to do that. But he does, and the other horses do understand certain words. For our safety, they need, the number one rule is whoa. So whoa means stop moving your feet altogether. And he understands that. He's actually doing it right now without me telling him. I know, that's silly. And his other word that he understands is back. 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 And you'll notice my voice changed a little bit because I want him to know that I'm serious and I mean it. It's kind of like when your mom asks you something and you can tell her serious tone versus her, oh, you're being nice and you're just asking me. So back, back, gets him to back up, take a few steps away from me. He also understands when I say go. We have a couple ways of communicating. We can communicate with our feet by giving him a little nudge. I call that pressure because I want to just squeeze. A lot of people kick. I don't like to kick. I just give him a little nudge of pressure and he moves forward into a walk or a trot or his canter. The other way I get him to go faster is if we click and I make a little sound with my tongue and he knows that that means to trot. And if I smooch to him, I kind of kiss to him, that means for him to canter. And I'll do a little demonstration with my daughter next. So we're going to get him saddled up, we'll get him tacked up, and then we'll be right back.
Hi everyone, I'm Tracy's daughter Aubrey, and today I'm going to be her demonstration, and I'm going to be doing things with Sonny today.
So first, we're going to show you how to get Sonny to move using your legs. Like I talked about, we give him a little squeeze and he'll move forward. Now get him to stop.
Ho.
So she did a couple things there. She said ho with her firm voice, so he knew that she meant it. And she pulled back on his reins, which is the other way he communicates. And I'm going to have her show you how we turn using his reins, and like I talked about, a pressure and then release. So the minute Sonny starts to do what she asks, she releases the pressure. He seems like he's really tired today. He's been yawning all morning. Oh, look at that. Isn't he cute? So, Aubrey, get him to stop first.
Ho.
Now, I want you to get him to turn away from us, and I'll kind of explain what you're doing. So take the rein, get him to move. Just by a light pressure, and as soon as he does it, she releases that pressure or that pull on the rein. Perfect, and then he stopped again. Another way that you can cue or communicate with Sonny is with your seat. So when we stop, Aubrey is going to sit down deep in her seat, so he knows that by that weight in his saddle and the combination of either a whoa or the reins, that he can stop. He really likes being on camera, you can tell. Okay, so get him to move, and then we'll sit with our seat.
Ho.
Perfect. So she kind of slouches down in her saddle a little bit, and that tells him to stop. Now we're going to have Aubrey move into a walk and a trot if we have some space by using her click with her voice. And if he doesn't listen, she's going to add some pressure with her boots, because like we as humans, we like people to ask us first, and then they tell us, and then demand. So that's what we do with our horses. We ask first, then if they're not listening, we tell them a little bit firmer, and then you demand. So we always try the gentle, respectful steps first. Okay, go ahead, Aubrey. And to wrap up this video, we discussed a lot about communicating with your horse and understanding some of the body language and the things that he's telling you, and that you need to communicate to him as well. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.